All right, guys, this is the next video in the funded company video series where we are comparing all the funding companies. We're looking for new options. Apex Trader Funding came out with some rule changes that weren't something we were wanting to partake in. We're not going to talk about that here, but the link to that video, we've made a whole video on it as well, is in the description. Go catch that there. This video here is on FastTrack Trading. It's another funding company. We're super excited to be working with them now. They have a lot of things that are way different than a lot of the funding companies out there. All right, so let's get into this. So what we have is mission and vision. Their aim is to simplify the trading process for traders by offering instant funded accounts with no evaluation process required. And that's going to be a lot different than a lot of the companies you see out here, right? Normally, how this works is you pay your monthly fee for an evaluation, and then you have to pass that evaluation. And once you pass that, then you pay your fee for a PA account. That's how most of them are. Now, not all of them. As you go through this video series, you'll see that there are exceptions to this rule, but as a general rule, that's how most of them work. And where FastTrack so much different than these other companies is you can go straight to your funded process. You don't have to, do the evaluation process. And how does this make a difference? Well, you got to think about it. If you get a 50K account with any company out there, you have to meet that $3,000. Normally is about what your profit is. You have to make $30,000 in order to continue on from there, right? So you do that, and this first $3,000 you make, well, it's no more once you go to your, funded portion. So now you've made the $3,000 in order to get funded, and that money's no longer there, to where you skip that whole step with FastTrack. FastTrack, it's in the name, right? So you go straight to the funded portion. So that first $3,000 you make, you get paid that money. So I mean, it's pretty exciting to announce this company here. Instant funding. Traders can start trading immediately after purchasing an account. Yeah, so it's instant. You're trading. You're making money right there. Global reach. They're serving traders worldwide. There are a few exceptions, like say, Afghanistan, China, Russia. Some of them countries, you guys already know they're not covered by much, but for the most part, FastTrack should cover most countries out there. They've got flexible account options, various account sizes, types to cater to different trading styles and risk appetites. Right. So they got a lot of different sizes. We'll go over that here in a minute. Recent growth. The company has gained significant traction in the trading community due to its straightforward approach and competitive offerings. And they're growing pretty quick. They have a Discord too, guys, and they're growing pretty quick, doing pretty well. They've got a lot of payouts going out. Super good. Focus areas. They emphasize user-friendly platforms and quick payouts to enhance trader satisfaction. So yeah, here's the accounts they got as a whole, right? A lot of people are going to say, well, the accounts seem a little on the pricey side, and it is, when you're comparing it to like Apex, you are going to look at the fact that these accounts are a little higher priced, but you do have to consider that you're going straight to funded. So if you bought a 50K account with any of these companies, and I mean, a lot of it's got to do with, what sales they're running. We've got 49% off these first 3 accounts on with these guys right now as well. So, I mean, that's another consideration. 10% off the Lamaz, the last one there. But with these sales, and I always tell you guys, make sure you wait for a great sale to get involved. But with these sales, you're not talking about that much more money than what you're going to be paying for any of the rest of these companies once you pay your PA fees. And again, there are exceptions as we go through the rest of the videos in this series. You will see there's a few exceptions that don't have PA fees, but most generally, when you're talking about any of these companies, you have a monthly fee to pass evaluation, and then you have a PA fee. And once you add both these together, these prices are pretty competitive, guys. You're not, spending a ton more on this if you make sure you get a sale here, right? And something else, as you run through these accounts, you'll see the drawdown is end of day. Okay. So a lot of you out there prefer this end of day drawdown, and this is going to be one of the pluses for the ones that prefer it. For me, I've told you guys before, it doesn't make a big difference to me either way, whether it's intraday trailing or whether it's end of day trailing. It really has never, affected my trading either way because of my trading style. However, I understand the ones out there that prefer the end of day. It makes complete sense. You don't have to worry about the drawdown chasing you as you're in a trade going in profit and it's unrealized. I get it, Your minimum trading days are 5, and we'll go over that here in a little bit too, as to exactly how this works for your payout, because they do have an option to get a quick payout in 5 days. Like I said, we will go over that as we get more into it here. Maximum accounts are 20. And again, this is the same as Apex, right? Now, some of your other companies aren't going to be the same. And again, we can compare each of them if you guys want in one solid video or something. But I hate to just go over what all of them do here. This is kind of more of a, here's this in conjunction to Apex, right? There is a consistency rule, and their consistency rule is 20%. So you can't make over 20% in one day. A little stiffer than some, so that's one of those things too. Figure out if that's something you can abide by or not. I mean, not every one of these companies are perfect for every trader. Your trading style and how you trade has a ton to do with what company works best for you. So you want to make sure that it, meshes well with your trading style, right? All right, platforms and features. So they've got Rhythmic. So right now, anything that you have Rhythmic, you can use Quant Tower, R Trader, which will come with it, Addis, Bookmap, Sierra Charts. All these things you have to have your own license for, though. So some of the companies that offer license for other things out there, right? But as of right now, that's how it's working. Coming soon, we got TradingView, Tradeovate, and NinjaTrader. So those are the platforms that will be coming. Hopefully they'll be released pretty quickly. I think it'll be any day now, I'll be honest with you. Copy trading is available across all accounts. So again, Apex allowed this as well. So 20 accounts, copy trading across all of them. Some of these companies do not allow copy trading, right? And for those that don't understand copy trading, you get a copy trader, you place a position on one of your accounts as a leader, and it copies across all the rest of them. So that was something that Apex was super good about. Other companies out there do not allow copy trading or limit the number of, accounts you can copy trade. Like, again, I don't want to do a big comparison here, but Lilo, they offer copy trading across 3 accounts. Okay. So and some of them don't offer copy trade at all. There are no overnight holds. So all positions have to be closed at 4:15 p.m. EST time. So that is, New York time, 4:15. And again, some of these companies have different rules. Apex was 5 p.m. So when CME closed, essentially that's when you had to have your positions closed, and they would automatically close those positions. You have other companies out there that allow you to hold overnight. So during that 1 hour break, you can hold positions. Again, we're not going to get into a lot of that in this video, but there are companies out there that you're allowed to do that. And some companies you're going to have to close before that 4:15 p.m. time. So just know that some of them are different. You got to pay attention to each there. And instruments, pretty much the same, guys, as most of the other stuff out there. You're going to see pretty much the same instruments across the board. I mean, your ES, NQ, you know, YM, RTY, all these things. You know, I'm looking at trading ES now a little more. I trade NQ already, and I trade GC, which is gold. So to me, those are the ones that are important. You know, check the screen, check their assets, make sure that they do have the instrument that you're going to be trading. I can't think that there's really much missing here. Most of the companies offer about the same things across the board on the CME instruments. All right, here we'll get into the payouts and withdrawals, and this is what I was saying earlier about that 5-day. So for the 5-day option, it's only eligible on the first time account. So the first account you get, essentially you can get a payout as quick as 5 days. But how you'd have to achieve this is you would have to make your 20% for your profit buffer for those 5 days, right? So you have to make 5% on the count to get a payout. That's how their payouts work. So you'd have to make 20% of that 5% every day for 5 days, which would be the whole 100%. All right. So that would essentially be what it is. And I mean, obviously you could make more than your 5% buffer that you need, but still, if that were the case, you still have to make it at a 20% ratio, because that is their, you know, consistency rule. So payout limit up to 4K, depending on account size. And again, it depends on what size account you got. You can see all that on the account sizings, guys. So I don't know what size everybody prefers or doesn't prefer, or so on and so forth. A lot of people like bigger accounts if they're trading, you know, full contracts, NQ, things of that nature. So that's definitely a personal preference. The profit split is 90-10 once live. And this, you know, that's just once you go live. And before live, there is no profit split. So the first payouts, you're fine when you're on sim. Standard biweekly payouts every 10 trading days. No minimum after the first payout cycle. No daily profit threshold is required, because once you make that first 5%, that's it. That's how their rules work. So it's a little unique compared to others out there. You make the 5%, you're able to get payouts at that time. Processing times, ACH, if you're in the US, 5 to 7 business days. Wire transfer, 2 to 3 business days. And then cryptocurrency, for all you guys that love crypto, 1 to 2 business days. So it's pretty straightforward on these payouts. A little different than some of the others, but not too bad. And if any of you guys have any questions on any of the things that we go over in this video, just, you know, ask me in the comments down below. I'll answer whatever questions you have on any of these videos. All right, pros and cons. So it's instant funding, flexible payout options, wide range of supported platforms, global accessibility, we went over that, and copy trading is allowed, right? Cons, strict overnight position policies. They're a newer company, but guys, I mean, for a newer company, they're doing extremely well. They're moving, you know, very fast in the right direction. All I've heard is good things, I'll be honest with you. They have no refund policy. Most of these don't. The other con that I'd put on here, and it's not necessarily a con, it's more of a, you know, whether this company fits for you or not. You do have to understand that this is a one-time fee, and it's not like a monthly fee where you're trying to do eval to where you can blow accounts, they'll reset it, and you'll continue on. So that is a consideration if you're super, super, super beginner, right? You want to really wrap your head around, are you to the point of, going to instant funding? And some of you guys, some of you are, some of you guys, even just starting out, you're already ready to take funding on head on. So everybody develops a little faster than, at a different speed, at a different rate. Let's say that, right? All right. So if we're going to do a comparison here, and like I said, we're probably going to do mostly comparisons to Apex. Everybody knows I was a huge proponent of Apex, and I backed them through and through until these recent rules. Again, all that's discussed in the Apex video. Go check that out. All right, so straight to funded, right? So fast track, you go straight to funded. You must pass the evaluation phase before getting funded with Apex. And if you break that down for a minute, right, you buy your fast track trading account, you make 3K, that's your 3K. You buy your Apex account, you make 3K, now you pay your PA fee, and now you make 2,600 before you can get a withdrawal again. So essentially you've made $5,600 before you can get paid, and the initial 3,000 is not yours anymore. It's gone. So just something to think about, guys. When you're paying a little bit more for fast track, don't get me wrong. When you pay that little more money, which isn't a ton, do realize that what you're making from the get-go is your money. It'll make up for itself. All right, 5-day payout for the first-time accounts. You can request payouts twice a month with Apex. And this gets into that rule, right? And let's go over the 5-day trading first. You guys understand what I just went over with the 5-day payout. So it's not the easiest thing in the world. However, with Apex, regardless, you have to have 10 trading days. So if you got in, and this is best case scenario, if you got in with the 1 day to pass eval, which they run that sell all the time, I would say do not, don't even buy an Apex account unless, you're getting a sell. And I say this to everyone, right? Don't buy the accounts unless you're getting a sell, getting a great deal on it. That's just me. Everybody always asks, well, why do you do that when you're an affiliate? Because I want you guys to get the best deal. It's affiliate money doesn't matter to me, any guys. All right. So if you get in on the 1 day sale or the 1 day to pass sale, so you get your eval, right? You pass it 1 day. Best case scenario, you pass it 1 day. You go to PA fee, you go to PA account. Now you trade it for 10 days. You've got 11 days involved. You've made, $5,600. Now you're eligible for a payout. You only have the 2,600. Just a comparison, just bare bones comparison, guys. Take that for what it is, but that's honestly the truth there. So it's all in how you look at it. Can you get paid faster with fast track? Absolutely. And your money's yours from the jump. Also, and in parentheses here, they can request video proof of your trading. And this is the reason that I've stepped away from Apex. So we'll go watch the Apex video. It's all completely explained in there. If you have any questions about it, let me know in the comments. I can answer any of it. All right. No unrealized trailing profit drawdown. That's what Fast Track has. As you all know, the Apex Trader funding, along with other companies out there, there's other companies that have the same thing, so I'm not just taking hits at Apex here. Lilo has this. Bulinox is one of those that you can do either or, whether it's end of day or unrealized trailing intraday, as you like to call it. It is different. For you guys that don't get it, I'll run over it just real quick. Basically, if you start your account, let's say today, and you make $1,000, and then you lose that $1,000 today, your account is still at zero at the end of the day. So you have not worked into drawdown at all. Okay. Now, with Apex, if you were to do the exact same thing, you get your account today, you make $1,000, you lose $1,000, now you're $1,000 into drawdown. So even though your account is at zero, your trailing drawdown chased you up to that point, right? So you would be $1,000 in drawdown. FastTrack trading, higher initial costs, but no PA fees. And we just went over that as well. If you look at this 49% off sale, I think it's right around $320. So let's just put this in comparison real quick. If you were to buy an account right now with FastTrack, you're going to be at about $320, $3 something. It's very close, guys. Apex right now has 80% off, and we're talking about a 50K here. Okay, 50K account. Apex has 80% off, so your fee for an Apex account right now is like $36, right? And then your PA fee, once you pass, will be $140. So you'll be right at the $200 mark. So yes, FastTrack initial cost is going to be more expensive. Again, not by a lot in comparison to the fact that you're making your money immediately. So with Apex, you save, during the current sale, you're saving like $120-ish, let's say. But you have to make that 3K and it's gone. If you make the 3K on FastTrack, that's your 3K. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, I know that's hard to put in retrospect when you're trying to buy your accounts, but that 3K is in your pocket rather than just a evaluation process. And you're only paying $120 more for that. So just try to wrap your head around that. I like that. 20 accounts per trader. I skipped on that one. Yeah. I mean, you get 20 accounts on each company. 20% consistency on FastTrack. We went over that. 30% on Apex, so it's not that much different. FastTrack is a newer company. They have a shorter track record. This is 100% true. I will tell you everything that I have heard thus far has been absolutely great. They sound like they're on the right track. They're doing the right things. Everything is going good. And this is why one of the reasons that I started this video saying I'm excited to announce this company. I really feel like they are doing good things. Their CEOs are in their Discord all the time. So, and Apex, obviously, they're an established company with a strong reputation in the industry. Absolutely true. However, as you can see in parentheses there, diminishing. And why is their reputation diminishing? Well, they've changed a lot of rules. They've made it to where and you can go back to the DCA thing that happened here a few months back, and a lot of people were upset about that. That was nothing that ever affected me, right? Because I don't DCA in. And again, we'll go over this, or it has been gone over a lot more in the Apex video. So I don't want to get too off track here, but the DCA thing did affect a lot of traders, and that's not something you're going to have with FastTrack trading. There's other companies out there that do not allow these things. Same thing with scalping. You're fine to scalp straight in and out of positions with FastTrack. There's a few other companies out there that do not allow this. That's one of their rules. That wasn't an Apex thing, but there are other companies. Just doing some comparisons here. But Apex asking for video proof of your trading is a huge hit, guys. I feel like it's more of a problem with privacy and your trading strat and everything else. I do not stand behind the fact that they're doing this, and this is the reason that I'm moving away. Go on. All right. So basically, final thoughts, guys. Recommendations. I mean, I think you probably got the got the gist of it, but let's just go over it. Instant access. So you get your account instantly. You're making money. That's your money. You can withdraw. You make it to the 5%. Stick within your 20% consistency rule, and there you are. That's your money. You can withdraw now. Flexible payouts, just like we talked about. 5-day payout option. So you could do that. Also, you got bi-weekly cycles, provide quick access to earnings. The rules, compared to everybody else, simple rules, fewer restrictions. Makes it easier for traders to manage their accounts. Very, very nice, right? I mean, what are we looking for? We're always looking for a simple set of rules, not getting too complicated, so that we can get in, we can trade, do our thing without so many limitations. That's one of the biggest drawbacks of any of these funded companies is how they, try to chain you up, tie you down, whatever you want to say, in order to keep you from being able to trade and make your money. I mean, and all these rules of, hey, this is a rule, that's a rule. We'll deny your payout for this. We'll deny your payout for that. I mean, that's the biggest problem with these funded companies. End-of-day drawdown, right? Depending on the person, you'll love it or not care. But either way, it's not a bad thing. Everybody hears me talking about it, and I say, well, I don't care about end-of-day. Absolutely true. It doesn't matter to me whether it's end-of-day or not, the way I trade. However, it's not a negative by any means. It doesn't hamper the way I trade either. It just doesn't matter either way. So I think for a lot of you that it does matter to, this is a huge, huge plus. I mean, I've never heard anybody say, well, I'd rather have intraday trailing drawdown. So this is something that's never been said. So end of day is obviously better on that. Now, recommended for and experienced traders, guys, who are confident in their trading, because the accounts are a little on the expensive side. Individuals who prefer less complicated rules and faster access to profits. So you want to make sure that you're established. You want to make sure that you can actually make your profits and make it to that 5%, because it is a little higher priced. If you're still at that beginner stage where you're kind of, still filling the waters out. And I tell you guys all the time, getting an eval is the best way to progress through this trading journey. If you're just starting out, you're just beginning, go through the eval process, guys. What company do you want to go with? We'll go over all these companies in this video series. You want the best recommendation? Reach out to me. Tell me exactly what your criteria are. I'll match you up with the best one that you can possibly, work with. That'll work around how you trade as a trader. A little bit of information, and we can get you set up with the right one. Global traders, they have a lot more countries that they support, and some of the companies lack in that department. Apex specifically, there's a lot of countries that they don't allow. So FastTrack's super good on that area as well. Considerations, again, they're a newer company, not as long as a track record, but they seem to be doing good. The CEO is actively talking with the traders right there in the Discord, like we discussed earlier. There haven't been any missed payouts that we've heard of. And sadly, you go onto YouTube, you can search some guys, and you're going to see where payouts were denied through Apex. It's all these rules and limitations that they're putting on their traders that is allowing them to deny payouts. So, and again, I'm not trying to throw them under the bus. It just is what it is. The proof's in the pudding, guys. Go and look at the videos. There are no overnight trades with FastTrack. There are not with Apex as well. However, there are some companies out there. So if there's traders out here that want a company that you can hold overnight, that's going to be another consideration, that maybe FastTrack's not the best way to go. There are other companies out there that are more suitable for that. And we'll go over those as well. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. And If you got any value out of this video, please like. If you want to see the videos coming up in the future, please subscribe. If you know anybody else that these videos would help, send them to them. Also, in the description, you'll see the discount codes right now for FastTrack trading. So those are available. I do live streams every day, guys, from 6 a.m. New York time. In the morning, we do live trading, TA, everything right there. If you guys want to do that. Also in the description is a link to our Discord if you want to come over and join and be part of that. Appreciate you guys showing up. And as always, stay consistent out there.